Hey guys, it's Dave of My Freedom Smokes, and today I'm going to talk to you about a new item, or another item from FumyTech. This is their WINDFORCE RTA. We've already seen their e-cig, we've seen their Cyclone. This is the WINDFORCE RTA, like I said. Kind of cool. It's a 25 millimeter RTA. It can hold either 4 milliliters of liquid or 4.5 milliliters of liquid. The way that difference comes, there's actually a replaceable chimney you can have in there to give you a little tighter draw for your more flavorful mouth-to-lung style vaping. Comes with two different build decks. The one I have in there is just a velocity deck. We all kind of seen velocity decks. You know, you got your two posts, two holes on each post. Very popular, very easy to build on build deck. They also give you a single coil build deck, which comes in a box. And just take a moment to look at how great this box is. It's a nice big box, gold foil signage and stuff on there, picture of your tank. You open it up and you get your tank. That's a magnetic box too. Get your tank in there, you get your glass to get the extra chimney I talked about. You get 4 different kinds of coils in there and little tubes with little coils in them. And then you got your cotton, 2 different kinds of cotton even, and all your little accessories, your screwdriver and your Allen key in the bottom there. But this is going to be your single build coiled deck. The way you take that thing out is once you take your tank apart here, which I got juice in there, so I'm not going to take it all the way apart currently. As you just take your 510 connection screw out of there, and then the deck just threads into the base of your tank like so. Just the way this is, it's got the undercoil airflow in the center, and then 2 posts on either side for your coil, so your coil actually sits across that way, and then your wicks will be tucked on either side. And once you put the cotton guide on there, there's a little cotton guide ring, you can kind of see it through the holes there, the little silver that's in there. All right. So like I said, it does come with a separate chimney. It's a little tighter. You might not be able to see quite down in there, but it's a little thinner diameter opening on this one than it is the other one. The one I have on there is more wide open, more for vapor production, dual coils. A lot more airflow needed when you got the extra heat from having the dual coils. All right, it's got full juice flow control. You just turn the tank. It's a little easier when I actually have it on the mod here. Close that off and show you the top fill. All right, it's a top fill with 2 wide open slots in the top there. This thing just threads on. Being the WINDFORCE, similar to the Cyclone, it has a nice swirl design to it. Kind of resembles something like a tornado or wind or something with both of those names. Both have that cool, unique look to them with the little swirls to them. It does have the top airflow control. It's got 3 rings, and you can close them all, 3 holes on the ring on either side, so 6 holes total that close off as you turn the ring back and forth. You can go all the way closed or all the way open, or you can kind of slide it and stop it in the middle. And on the bottom you got 2 wide open airflow holes like you're used to seeing on most tanks. And again, that one turns and you can go all the way closed or all the way open, or just leave it sitting anywhere in between. All right, so what I got in there is I got one of the builds. I got the 0.24, and it is 60 watts. Let's have a vape on it real quick. Real good airflow on that. It's putting off a great flavor. I like the drip tip that's attached on there. There's a wide bore chuff cap. They do include a 510 adapter on there for your favorite 510 drip tips if you prefer to have that over this, but it is a really good drip tip they have built on, or not built on, but comes on the tank out of the box. All right, so let's take a look at some of the extra coils you get with it. First up, you get a little box with the NSS coils, or commonly known as the notch coils. These are pre-machined coil. Pre-machined piece of metal there with your lead soldered on. And you actually get 4 of those. That's a big wide diameter. I think most of these are usually about 5 millimeter diameter inside of them. So they're really efficient. They heat up real easily because it's such thin metal that you can actually run them a lot lower wattage and still get plenty of heat and flavor off of them. Each coil is a 0.2 to a 0.3 resistance. They kind of give you a little range there just because coils, when they're built and constructed in a factory, they're not always going to be exact. Or even building coils by hand are not always exact, so it's cool that they actually give you that instead of saying, okay, this is a 0.2, and then you get it and it's little off. They just give you that range there. Next up will be the staple full Ni80 or nichrome. These coils are 0.45 resistance each. And then I'll give you a look at those. I actually got 2 of those in here now. You get 4 of these as well. Real beautiful pre-built coil. They even got it pre-bent where the leads are parallel to each other, which is nice. The kind of way I did that with a velocity is I had one coil up ways like that. The one on the opposite side was down, and then once they're put in there, these 2 would be in the top poles of the post, these 2 on the bottom, and then the coils sit parallel to each other. All right, and then we also got, next up will be the framed staple full N80. So this is going to be another nichrome coil. You get 2 of these, and they're 0.25 ohms each. And these don't have the leads pre-made into a parallel. They're actually still separate, one on either side of the coil itself. You get 2 of those. And then last but not least, you get the frame staple full stainless steel. These are also 0.25 ohm resistance, and they're going to be stainless steel 316. So that way you can use them for your wattage mode, or you can do stainless steel temperature control with them. And then you get 2 of those as well. So you get 2 of these, you get 2 of the frame staple nichrome, your staple nichrome, and your notch coils, you get 4 of those each. All right. Like I say, you get a couple different things of cotton. You get one that looks more like your normal Japanese organic cotton, and in that bag you get your O-rings and stuff like that. Some extra screws for your single coil build deck. This bag here, you get a different kind of cotton. It's a little more porous, kind of almost like little pits or holes in there. I haven't got a chance to try this cotton out, but it does look very good. You get your 510 drip tip adapter, extra screws in that bag as well, so you get 2 bags, both of them have extra screws for you. And down on the bottom of the box, you got your Phillips head screwdriver. It's a nice looking little screwdriver, a little change up from the little blue screwdrivers we're used to seeing. It's a little nicer looking one. And it does look like it has a little hex head on the end of it. I'm not exactly sure what that would be for. I'm not sure what that hex would be for. It might just be for looks or to kind of grip it. Maybe you can put a little wrench on it or something if you want to use it for something with a wrench to help you turn it. And then you also get your little Allen key. I just like the way they got the cutouts in the bottom of the box. The whole thing's a real nice presentation on this WINDFORCE. Definitely feels like you've bought something nice when you get a nice presentation for it instead of just a little plastic box. All right, so I think I've kind of covered everything in here. Go ahead and show you that chimney again. The way that chimney goes in is you just thread off the top cap there, and it threads right into the top of the little barrel over your build deck, so it just sits in there like so. And it's threaded and full of O-rings. Like I said, it just kind of is more of a choke for when you want to do single coils or you just want a little less airflow for a more flavorful build. All right, so I think that about covers it for the FumyTech WINDFORCE RTA. If you have any questions about the tank, you leave them in the comments below. This has been David with My Freedom Smokes, and thank you for vaping.